Hi, this is Dr. Ryan from Family Pet Vet Center, and today we're going to be addressing some questions about parasites in your dog and how you can best prevent those at home to keep your dog healthy. My assistant Courtney is going to be asking some questions that are commonly asked by clients, so hopefully you can better understand what you can do at home to help prevent those in your dog.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. How old does my dog need to be to start parasite prevention?
So for most dogs, products are usually labeled for use at 8 weeks of age and older. There are some exceptions though, but in general it's going to be 8 weeks and up.
Thank you. What are intestinal parasites and how do I get rid of them in my dog?
So intestinal parasites most commonly are worms, and those are usually hookworms, roundworms, whipworms, and tapeworms. And for those, they're most of the time diagnosed through fecal examinations. Sometimes you will find those at home if the dog's passed those. And then depending on which worms we're dealing with, there are certain medications to treat your dog.
Thank you. What are external parasites and what can I do to prevent them?
External parasites for dogs usually consist of ticks and fleas. Those are the most common. And then we can also see certain types of mites and then also lice. The best ways to prevent those are with often flea and tick preventatives, and there are multitudes of those. But we currently carry the most effective class of preventatives that are also effective for often lice and those mites as well. Most of the over-the-counter products are not going to prevent those in addition to the fleas and ticks.
Thank you. How soon should I bring my dog into the veterinarian if I suspect they may have parasites?
So if you suspect your dog either has intestinal parasites or external parasites, it's best to always call us right away so we can examine your pet and figure out exactly what kind of parasites your dog has, so we can determine what the best treatment is going to be.
Thank you. How will a veterinarian diagnose parasites in my dog?
So again, depending on the type of parasite, the intestinal parasites are usually determined through fecal examinations, and there's different types of those. As far as the external parasites, those often require either skin scrapings. Sometimes we can do tape preparations where we can find those on skin samples. But either way, we're going to have to either do skin or fecal diagnostics.
Okay, great. Is ringworm considered a parasite?
So ringworm, ironically, it's, the name implies there's a worm, but there is actually no worm. Ringworm is actually a fungus, and it is technically a parasite, and it is something contagious between animals, but it's also something that people can get from their pets.
Why is early detection and diagnosis of parasites so important?
So it's always important to determine if your pet has parasites as soon as possible. Most of these parasites can be something that can be transmitted to people, including the intestinal parasites, and then as well as diseases those parasites can carry can also be transmitted to people.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan.
Well, we hope that you have a little better understanding now of what parasites can affect your dog and how we can best prevent those. If you have any questions, please reach out to us as soon as possible so that we can take a peek at your dog and figure out what we need to do to help.
Thank you.